Hi book besties, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are seeing my face for the first time, hi, my name is Maya and I like to talk about books here on the internet. But first, cheers. Love me a good Barks root beer moment. All right, we have a video today. I believe actually it was last haul, I hauled a textbook, Grasping God's Word workbook. Oh wait, this is the workbook. Is this? Is this the right book? Was I supposed to get the workbook or the actual book? Whoops. The first book that I got that was actually wrong was the workbook that was in the last haul. So what I learned very, very quickly on our first class period is that this is not the book that my professor was talking about. It was, in fact, this book that he was referencing, the non-workbook. And then I got the audio version as well. So here's the story. The audio version happened before the physical version, but I had to have the physical version for class. For the first round of homeworks, I had to do audio because I needed to get the homework done and I needed to read it, and you know, it's harder to find these types of books just like out in the wild, and then also to just like have it shipped on time within the week that I would need it and be able to read it and do all of the things and like jot down any of the notes or whatever. So I got Audible and lo and behold, I came across Don Quixote for free. So I got that audiobook for free. And let me read you guys the synopsis because I have no idea how to describe this book without giving spoilers to the fact that I actually did indeed start reading it. So we're just gonna go with the regular synopsis that is on the back of the book, aka the Goodreads website. Don Quixote has become so entranced by reading chivalric romances that he determines to become a knight-errant himself. In the company of his faithful squire, Sancho Panza, his exploits blossom in all sorts of wonderful ways. Okay, so I just started reading Don Quixote. Actually, just started. I'm like 18 hours away from finishing the book. It started at 39 hours plus. So just to give you a fair idea, I am a good bit of the way into the book, and that is an interesting way to phrase that, but continuing. While Quixote's fancy often leads him astray, I'll say, he tilts at windmills, imagining them to be giants. Sancho acquires cunning and a certain sagacity. Sagacity? Not audacity, sagacity. Sagacity. Hold, please. I feel like that may actually be a word and not like some sort of play on something. Sagacity is a noun. The quality of being sagacious. Helpful. Okay? What's sagacious then? Tell me. Okay, wait. Figure out how to spell this here. Okay, sagacious definition. Okay. Sagacious is an adjective. I almost said an attitude. Adjective. Having or showing keen mental discernment and good judgment. Shrewd. Good. Wise, clever, intelligent, knowledgeable, sensible are some synonyms. Okay, awesome, cool. Sane madman and wise fool. Actually, that makes sense. They roam the world together, and together they have haunted readers' imaginations for nearly 400 years. They've haunted their entire general public. Bro, the way that I need to do book hauls when I am like 50% of the way through reads. Oh, so great. With its experimental form and literary playfulness, Don Quixote has been generally recognized as the first modern novel. I can concur. There were so many times, okay, I'm so sorry, like I'm breaking up all of this with commentary of stuff within the book, but I genuinely agree so much with this, and I'm glad like this is part of the summary. Well, not the summary, the afterwards of it, but like still part of the back of the book. Genuinely, I had so many times in this book where I was like, wow, a lot of these things are so modern and like applicable to our time and almost evergreen in a way. And I know that's why classics are classics, but sometimes, you know, there are just some classics that are classics because they're classic and just like old and antique. Okay? And like we look at them and we're like, that's like old school thinking and whatever, but we can learn from it, right? So that way we don't repeat it, like, because history is always doomed to repeat itself. And sure, it does doom itself and repeat itself in many different ways, but there are other ways in which, you know, we're learning as we live. And a lot of that is looking into our history, seeing how other people thought and their actions, and then assessing those thoughts and actions to the best of our capability and as much as we can. So I was reading this book, but I was like, wow, this is like so forward thinking for their time. And while in this very present day, would I say that it's modern ideas for the sake of like this type of modern? Maybe not, but it's actually so close to it that I would dare say this is the most modernized classic I think I have ever read. And that just makes me so happy as I'm reading this. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's satire, with the fact that it's following mental health in a time when mental health was like taboo, or rather it wasn't known about. And it feels like for the longest time it wasn't known about, or rather people didn't know what it was. And because we can sometimes shy away from things that we don't know or brush it under the rug or whatever, once it was brought to light, there was such a like pendulum swing of reactionary events towards it that it almost got us to a place of like unhealthily, you know, hyper fixating, hyper focusing. And now we're kind of swinging into a good, healthy medium where it's like, we know that it exists, we're talking about it, we're dealing with it, but we're not over sensationalizing certain things so that we can have explanations and just their roughshod explanations that are actually probably hurtful to the people that actually have a certain mental health thing, if that makes sense. That was a lot to say, but I am grateful that that is part of the thing that's like listed here on Goodreads, because it's so true, and I so agree with that. The book has been enormously influential on a host of writers, from Fielding and Stern to Flaubert, Dickens, Melville, and Faulkner, who reread it once a year, just as some people read the Bible. That is very interesting. Okay, so that's Don Quixote. One of the audiobooks actually has a physical copy, and the physical copy actually came after the audiobook. So if the audiobook hasn't been hauled yet, then this book definitely has it. So yes, so there's that. Now let's get to the last two physical books. I am so excited to show you guys these. It was $5 at one point if I got a drink, so I bought a beverage, got this for $5, and I am so excited. It's so cute, it's so fall coated. Look at that, and I'm so excited. I can't wait for October so that I can really get invested with some fall looking reads. But let me read the back to you so you guys know what we're talking about here. Oh, look at the back, all the little coffees and the little pumpkin pie. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it. Lucy Kane hates pumpkin spice lattes. Girl, we're fighting. Those are fighting words. Cooling it off, cooling it down. Which is the problem because A, Lucy lives in the quaint New England town of Briar Glen, where everyone loves all things pumpkin. Autumn. Sorry, my bad. I got stuck on the pumpkin spice latte. I'm like, don't you dare come for my PSLs. Okay? By the way, they are now at Starbucks, and yes, they are very delicious. Go get you one now. Let me back that up and reread that. Which is a problem because A, Lucy lives in the quaint New England town of Briar Glen, where everyone loves all things autumn, and B, she's a barista at her mom's coffee shop, Cup of Joe. J-O, by the way, which makes me think like, I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking Little Women. As the first ball leaves descend upon Briar Glen, Lucy and her mom gear up for a busy season. But then, Java Junction, a multinational coffee chain, opens a store literally across the street. Oh my goodness, that is literally every town in Tempe. Every town in Tempe, every street corner in Tempe. I'm okay. Home of the world famous pumpkin spice latte. Oh, I can imagine. To make matters worse, it turns out that Jack Harper, the new kid in school and Lucy's secret crush, is the son of the owners. Next line. Talk about mixing business with pleasure. Bro, what are you talking about? He's just the son, unless he works there too. That's not... Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird, author. If Cup of Joe wants to survive the competition from Java Junction, Lucy will have to set aside her feelings for the popular drink and Jack to make this the coziest pumpkin spiciest season ever. Okay, so a couple of thoughts are forming in my head. One, Lucy, how dare you? How dare you? You take the name of one of my favorite characters in Narnia and you put such a bad rap for not liking pumpkin spice lattes. Second, girl, how do you not like pumpkin spice lattes? It's pumpkin spice. It's pumpkin. I don't know how you don't like pumpkin, okay? Like, everyone has their preferences. but, I don't know. It's pumpkin. Who doesn't love a good pumpkin pie? Especially on Thanksgiving. My goodness. Like, that in a drink. But, like, without the crust. Although, a little graham cracker on top of the whipped cream. I'm just saying. Anyway. 3. I think we're on 3 now. That one particular line on the back. Talk about mixing business with pleasure. I think I'm gonna really, really love this book, or I'm gonna really, really hate it. However, I think I'm gonna really love it because it's like, I'm going into it with the expectation it's cozy, small town, low stakes. I'm just gonna really have fun with the cringe of it all because I do like cringe. I am cringe, okay? I get it. I can admit it. I can admit it. I raise my hand. I am cringe. I am guilty of being cringe. Sometimes I don't want to read about it because I already know I am it. Okay? When the cringe cringes at the cringe, it's a lot. But I think I'm gonna really enjoy this and I have high hopes for this one and this is gonna be a very fun, very nice, cozy time. I feel like I also need to like get some sort of fun activity to do and do like a little fall vlog where it's just like all things fall, get my little pumpkin drink, get my little book, get me a cute little activity, maybe even like go to the pumpkin patch field and find me a pumpkin, do some pumpkin art. Your girl ain't carving. Don't give me a knife. Don't give me a knife. And yeah, so there's that. Then, last but not least, okay, so this one is fun because I unknowingly went to an author signing on just a random Sunday at Barnes & Noble. My friends and I, we were hanging out. We weren't even going to Barnes & Noble. This is how random it was. We weren't even planning to go there, which is one of our usual hangouts. Like, it's always food and then Barnes & Noble, or food and then, like, shopping of some kind. So I think today was actually supposed to be some, like, just random shopping day or whatever. So we get our food at the food court. We're walking around. We're doing our shopping. We get our shopping done. We head to Barnes & Noble just because that's what we do. So we go to the Barnes & Noble. I am literally just walking down the aisles trying to like not get underfoot of people because I'm 5 foot, so I'm like shorty. Just making my way through the aisles, dead set on getting me a coffee because I need it. Bruh, listen, when you do ministry in the morning, and then you have small group, and then you have like a couple of hours to eat lunch and rest and recharge, and then you're back and you're like practicing for a few hours, and then we have the church service wherein I'm also like actually up there and singing at the very start of it, and then we go down for the service. Yeah, your girl needs some energy. So we are just like, I am straight shooting to the cafe, okay? Like, the shortest way to the cafe without like running into people. That's the way I'm going. So we go by an author who is doing a book signing, and I kid you not, so I am doing the ultimate reading challenge. Okay, I'm actually making a video, spoiler alert, I'm making a video, and hopefully we'll get it out by the end of the year, of me completing everything within this, or mostly everything. There may be one thing that I may not get to by the end of this year, but I think I'll be able to do it. I'll just take out the prize anyway, just to like give a grand review of this reading challenge. And one of the things is to go to a book signing. So I was actually already planning later on this month to go to another book signing because it looked interesting. But I just happened to randomly come across the table. The author was there, no one was in line, and he asked, would you like to like look at the back of this book? I was like, okay, what are the genres? Because I didn't want to like waste his time. He's like, well, it's sci-fi. Oh, bet. Take. Okay, cool. Let me read the back of the book and I'll let you know if I like it. So let me read you guys the back of the book and let's see if we all like it together, shall we? Staring into your eyes, savoring every moment as they eat you alive. Earth is no longer home. Earth's ecology has been devastated and her human inhabitants fled to the stars. After centuries of life on sterile space stations and under artificial domes, at last, a glimmer of hope is found by a distant star. In the wake of a breathtaking discovery, Captain Lubandi leads her crew and passengers across the desolation of interstellar space to Eden, a pristine and wild planet. Is this planet humanity's chance of redemption? Or will humanity fall victim once again to the metaphorical snake in the garden? If you're not Christian, or if you don't know the story, this is referencing the fallen Adam and Eve, who, you know, if you believe in the Bible, we believe are the first two people. And because of their sin in the garden, humanity fell because of the temptation of the snake. So that's what he is referencing. Survival depends on science, on unraveling the mystery of a hidden and horrific predator. Before the monsters can breed and destroy Captain Lubandi's ship, her crew, and their second chance at a planetary home. So what do we think? So, thank everything. This is the end of the video because my speech ain't working with me. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me and for enduring me. And I will have all of the links to all of the readathons that I am participating in this month linked in the description. And I will also have myself and my other medias. Case could be argued for both. Link down in the description box down below. Jiminy crickets. Let me just end this here. Thank you guys so much for watching and enduring again. And as always, thank you guys so much for being the absolute best bookish bestie that ever was, is, or ever will be. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!